So, we just finished the RAGNAROK boat tour, which was 3 hours long. Here's Lola, say hello.
Hello.
Okay. So, yeah, it was really good, I thought. What do you think?
Honestly, I thought it was absolutely amazing. Really enjoyed it. Come off a big smile on my face.
She has. It was nicely paced. There's a 2-hour one and a 3-hour one.
Yeah.
Which I would recommend going for the 3-hour one over the 2-hour one. I don't know if you thought the same.
100%. I felt the time went really quickly. Enjoyed every minute, to be honest. And I think if we went for the 2-hour, so I looked at my clock, my watch after about 2 hours, and thought, oh, I'd be a bit gutted if I was going in now. So having that extra hour, I think, made it what it was.
I agree. I think it was well paced. The circuit it took was almost the opposite of what did we go on last year?
Travelling Lady last year. Which
Travelling
was
Lady.
Also really good.
Yeah, it was good. Travelling Lady. It was like the opposite route. So it went off towards. If you've been to Tenerife before, it went off towards the fish farms.
Yeah.
The RAGNAROK, should I say, went off towards the fish farms and then circled back, and we actually passed in front of the Travelling Lady, and then it went out and then turned back round.
Yeah.
And it was only really when it turned back round that we saw the wildlife, and literally the pilot whales were metres away.
Yeah. Within touching distance, weren't they? You could see them flapping their tails and blowing like the blowholes and.
Yeah, everything. I mean, Travelling Lady last year was good, but we could only see a couple of dorsal fins, which I get because sometimes when you do these things, you know, it can go one way or the other. But this one was amazing. We did see some dolphins as well, which was more towards the fish farms, because I think they just hang about there. It's a bit shallower and they're just waiting for the fish to congregate around there and pick them off. Whereas the pilot whales are obviously after the squid. But it looked like they were just hanging about on the surface.
Yeah, and they were just so close, so we're almost within touching distance. Which is amazing to see. Got a bit of a tear in my eye actually, seeing them so close.
Tear in her eye. Tear in her eye. So we're currently sat in a bar. You probably might recognise it, but it's the one just off the quay. We're having a couple of drinks, mainly because on the way back, they do, because if you go on the 3-hour one, all drinks are included, so we may well have had a couple of beers. Maybe. And then on the way back in, they insisted on us playing a competition, in inverted commas, which is essentially just drinking beer out of a flagon, like a horn, as Vikings do, or did. And I partake. Did you partake?
I partaked. I'm proud to say that I was the only woman that partook in the festivities.
She was the only female partaker.
Yeah. I took on a Spaniard who cheated.
He did cheat.
And prior to this, he also fell asleep at our table earlier on in the trip.
There's a whole backstory to this, but he cheated.
He did. He literally threw most of it on the floor.
He did.
I sent it to a couple of my friends as well, the video you took, and all of them have said, oh my God, that man threw all of his beer on the floor.
Clearly a cheat. We'll probably stick some part of that video. We did video it, so we will stick some of that in. But out of 10, what do you reckon?
I'd say 10 out of 10. Nothing 10. I didn't like about it.
Strong.
The only thing I'd say is the toilets are a bit gross, but I'm a bit funny about toilets anyway. So poor Ivy, bless her, had to take me to the toilet and stand outside the door because I didn't want to close the door. And then I'd definitely recommend to take hand sanitizer with you if you do think you might need to go to the toilet, because it's not the cleanest. You can imagine lots of people are going through, but that's the only niggle I have about it.
Yeah, it's Viking themed.
Yeah, brilliant.
So there's a chap who's in Viking dress. He's really good, to be fair. There's a throne at the far end you can get dressed up in. It's worth saying there is a swim stop. We didn't bother with the swim stop because it was all right for us. Right, this might be controversial, but the swim stop was literally about 100 metres away from the beach. So I'm like, well, why don't we just go to the beach? You know, it wasn't. Last year in the Travelling Lady, you go to like almost to the cliffs, and it's quite cool. this swim stop was literally next to the beach. I thought we'd just jump in the sea, but that was me. So we didn't bother with the swim stop. But some people did, and they seemed to enjoy it. They could jump in, they could climb in. Kids had the option to wear life jackets. Yeah.
I think you had to be 14 or over to go into the sea on your own. So if you've got children under 14 and they want to go in the sea, you're going to have to go in with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ivy did want to go in, but we weren't overly keen because I'm always a little bit anxious about stuff like that, getting in the sea and stuff when there's no floor. You know, if you get that little bit of current or something, I'm always a little bit anxious about stuff like that. But without the swim stop, if there wasn't a swim stop, I would have equally had a great time, whatever. So
she's saying that because she drank a flagon of beer.
I've had a flagon of beer.
She's had a flagon of beer.
Give me a flagon of beer on anyone's. It's happy.
Not having any more
days.
flagons of beer.
Oh, sad times.
So yeah, so it's really good. I'd say I want to say 10 out of 10, but again, I've had a flagon of beer as well. But I'd definitely recommend if you're going to do any boat trip in Tenerife, Ragnarok, honestly.
Ragnarok tops it for me
Yeah.
so far.
Definitely recommend it. The girls liked it as well. We saw wildlife. Honestly, I'll put some footage, but they were literally really close to the boat.
Ivy, what would you give it out of 10?
Ivy says an 8. Lola?
1 million.
1 million.
1 million out of 10. So really good from Lola. She enjoyed it. Seasickness, I didn't really suffer with the. This might be controversial, might not be. With a travelling lady, it's a smaller boat, so it was very much more rocky. Whereas with this one, the Ragnarok, it's a bigger boat, so it almost handled the waves a little bit better. So I didn't really get that much music.
Last year in the Travelling Lady, I did feel a little bit I didn't feel sick, but that's just a little bit queasiness last year. I felt it. This year, Ragnarok, I didn't feel it at all. But a good tip is to look on, if you do start feeling a little bit sick, is to look out the boat onto the horizon. That kind of helps you a little bit. The Lotus, you felt a little bit queasy, didn't you, sweetheart, halfway through, but she looked out onto the horizon, had some water, absolutely fine.
Yeah, obviously no 2 days are the same, so last year I think it was a bit rocky anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was alright, it's great, I really enjoyed it, would recommend Ragnarok if you are going to do a boat trip, and that's us for now.
Say
I think.
something?
Go on then.
So if you do get travel sick, then I definitely advise.
Yeah, you got some.
I got these.
Just from Boots they were.
Yeah,
Only-
like
Microphone.
5.
Only a few quid. You use them in the car sometimes, don't you? And on coach trips. But Ivy wore her travel bands, and she didn't feel any effects of the sea. So yeah, travel bands are a good idea if you do get those
Travel bands,
issues.
which you'll all know about.
They were like £5.
Seasickness, they were like £5.
Like
Right,
£5.
so that's it from us, really. I thought we had a lovely day.
Oh, and face paints. They do face paints for the
They
kids.
face paint.
You see the face paints?
Face paint.
They get
Yeah.
smudged.
They get smudged. But yeah,
Only
so
3 hours, so.
highly recommend if you're going to Tenerife, if you want to do a boat trip, Ragnarok all the way.
Amazing.
There's others, obviously the 5-star one, there's Travelling Lady, there's so many of them. But if you want in a solid big boat that's going to handle the waves and see some wildlife and have a bit of a laugh as well and drink a flagon of beer.
Yeah, and I found each family kind of had their own table, so
Plenty of space.
loads of space, and
Even though
there's lots to do on the boat, and help yourself to your drinks. So you can go on the 3-hour one when you get your drinks included. I went up to the bar and they said, just help yourself, make yourself at home. And I think Ivy just went up and got a couple of Fantas for her.
Oh right, so you were just getting your own beer?
Yeah, it's getting her own. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realise that. I thought you were
Yeah.
served.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good news. So yeah, you can just help yourself to beer. It tasted like San Miguel.
Yeah. I think it was San Miguel.
Which, it's all right.
Free, but I say free beer. It's included in the price of the 3-hour trip, but
Yeah, highly
you
recommend.
don't have to drink the beer. You can, if you don't drink or you don't like drinking while in the day.
Plenty of
or-
soft drinks.
Soft drinks, Coca-Cola, Fanta, Pepsi, whatever it is.
So that's us. So we've had a lovely
Can I say
afternoon.
Amazing.
with the Travelling Lady, they had no interaction, but with this,
They had loads of interaction.
Yeah, it's almost like the guy was a Viking, wasn't he? And he's trying to get us all into Valhalla by becoming Viking warriors, wasn't he? He painted all the kids' faces.
Well, we're not going to spoil it too much for you because it's definitely worth it. So that was us. We had a lovely afternoon on Ragnarok. Highly recommend it. If you are coming to Tenerife, price-wise, it's in or about the same price as you would pay on another one. It's a hefty boat, less rocky.
Yeah.
Obviously, the captain knows what he's doing, and he took us literally to where the pilot whales are, and we had a bit of a laugh as well. So, thanks. See you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
A ver, chicos, sé que las pantallas del móvil son la leche, pero las ballenas están aquí a la izquierda. I know the phone screens are amazing, but the whales are on the left, guys. Like these things are real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you see that there?
Think it'll come back up. Here it comes, look. Here it comes.